Hey friends, so today I'm coming to you. Maybe I'm coming with you somewhere, I don't know, but today I'm coming to you with the story that I want to share because out of this one experience has come so many awarenesses and so many opportunities to grow. And I want to share them with you because I want you to see how we do these things to ourselves and then also how these things that we do to ourselves are sometimes also us allowing others to have control over us to some degree, and that control is really subconscious. So I recently received an email for a an audition for a modeling audition, and I have a whole nother story about one of the things that happened as a result of this. But this story, I want to talk about how we make meaning of different feelings and emotions, and how when we're not aware of how to recognize and how to go inward and really understand um, what it is that we're doing to ourselves, we get paralyzed and feel stuck, or we make decisions that we don't actually want to make. And then we feel like we're lost and we end up frustrated. And so I want to share this with you to hopefully help you see how it's so important to get to this level of awareness for yourself, but also for others, because when you're really being who you are authentically, you're helping others, whether that's your family, your friends, your coworkers, clients, whatever it is. There is an impact, and it's greater than yourself, but it requires you to do the work in here to be able to step into that complete authenticity, live in congruency, and to really be able to feel like you're you. So the story starts with the email that I received to audition for a job, and this job was going to require me to leave town for a couple of days. Really no big deal in and of itself. I travel quite a bit. My family's used to me being gone. We have the system down for how things work whenever I leave town, and if my husband's going to be gone at the same time. We've got all that figured out. But I had to look at the calendar to see, was it going to work? What was I going to need in terms of support for that? And one of the things that was on my calendar was something that's really meaningful to me, but also to my daughter, one of my daughters. She's getting a pretty, what I consider, and I think all the other moms of the girls of this group feel like, is a pretty awesome recognition from our school board. And there was a possibility that taking this job meant I was going to have to miss this award. And I got to tell you, I waffled. I really wanted to. I really wanted to audition for this part. I wanted to get it, um, but I didn't want to miss the award. And here's the thing. So that's natural and that's normal, and we have these kinds of decisions all of the time to make about where we spend our time as a parent, and we're having to constantly choose our jobs or our careers over how we spend time with our kids, or in what way we spend time with our kids, and things of that nature. And what I also know is there's a ton of guilt around that, and I have a whole different email that I send out regarding the guilt on that. So if you're interested in receiving that, leave a message and I'll send you the link. But I I also know that we make meaning out of a lot of stuff, and I had a lot of trouble making this decision because of the meaning I was making if I went to the audition and I got the job and I missed the award. There's a lot of meaning there. And the meaning I was making was that I was a bad mom. A bad mom for choosing my career and my dreams over my kids' activities. This could have been anything else. In fact, that same day she has field day, and I would have had to likely miss parts of that, maybe all of it. And yeah, I was making it mean that I was a bad mom. And I'm able to say that today without the emotional charge, but if I were to record this in the moment, I would have been a mess. There was a lot of crying. I shed some tears over the awareness I have around that and the meaning that that means. And here's what I know. I'm not a bad mom. I'm not a bad mom. I have great kids. And I know that I have great kids because of how I parent and who I am as a parent. And I don't share that with you to brag, but I also share that with you because I want you to know that we all have the same struggles and we all have challenges when it comes to parenting, but I want to encourage you to maybe ask yourself the question when it's feeling hard, what are you making it mean about you? Because we're meaning making human beings. That's what we do. And what I want you to know is there's usually a deeper place that meaning comes from. There's something else. There's usually some other reason we have the thoughts and the emotions and the beliefs that we have. It comes from someone or somewhere else. And so when I tune into this a little bit more, it's that society kind of says, or I perceive that society will say I'm a bad mom because I'm choosing to work or pursue my dreams instead of being there for my kids. And so when you have situations like this, you have to really take the time. And there's a little bit of time that has to be set aside for something like this. And it could just be 10 minutes. I reach out to my friends, I reach out to my coach, and I'm looking for support and some help in how to really figure out what it is that's happening for me so I can be clear with myself. And so I encourage you to do the same thing because as women, we're great collaborators and we're great supporters. And that's one of the things that I love about what I do. I love that I get to collaborate and support with other women. I love that I have an environment that I'm creating for women to do the same thing. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. So first of all, notice and ask yourself the question, what meaning am I making this mean about me? What am I making it mean about me? And then do you need help with figuring out what's next or how to step out of the feelings that you're experiencing? What do you need help with so that you can get the clarity you need in those moments and in those decisions so that you can take the next step forward? Because you see, if I would have stayed in that place, if I would have stayed in the belief that I was a bad mom, I wouldn't have auditioned for the job. And my heart would have been sad because it's part of what I want to do. It's part of what I know I'm supposed to be doing here on this earth. And there's a much bigger picture to that. I'm not going to go into that today. But if I would have said no to the audition, I would have been saying no to myself, which has a negative trickle-down effect. And so while that would have allowed me to show up at my daughter's award, I probably wouldn't have been mentally present because I would have been wishing that I would have went to the audition. And there's a lot of other lessons here too that I will probably do a video on because there's a lesson in control and faith and trust. There's so many elements at play in this one scenario. But for today, I just want you to ask yourself the question, what's the meaning I'm making about me when you have that conflict within yourself? Have a great day. I'll see you next time.